In the remote countryside, Clara lived a secluded life with her daughter, Evie. Evie, who had been locked away from the world due to her grotesque, monstrous appearance, was her mother's sole companion. Despite her fearsome exterior, Clara insisted that Evie was gentle and misunderstood. One stormy night, as the thunder rumbled and the wind howled, Clara received a letter from a distant relative announcing an unexpected visit. Panic gripped Clara. If their secret was discovered, what would happen to Evie? Clara hurried to Evie's room, a basement with dim lighting and thick drapes. "Evie, we need to talk," Clara said softly, her voice barely masking her fear. Evie looked up, her eyes a mix of innocence and something more profound, something ancient. "Is someone coming, Mother?" she asked. Clara nodded. "Yes, a relative. We have to be prepared." But as Clara tried to make Evie appear more normal, she realized something horrifying. Evie's monstrous traits were not merely physical deformities. Dark whispers filled the room whenever Evie spoke. Shadows moved unnaturally in her presence. Her reflection in the mirror was wrong, not just different, but malevolent. That night, Clara tried to keep her distant relative occupied in the drawing room, serving tea and making strained conversation. All the while, she listened for any noise from the basement. The storm outside seemed to mirror her growing dread. Suddenly, a loud crash echoed through the house. Clara's heart stopped. Her relative jumped, spilling tea everywhere. "What was that?" he demanded. Clara's face turned white. "Nothing, just the storm." But it was not the storm. Rushing downstairs, Clara found the basement door wide open. Evie was gone. The shadows seemed to pulse and whisper around Clara. In the middle of the room, the letter lay in shreds. Clara's relative, having followed her, stood frozen at the top of the stairs, eyes wide with terror as he looked at the shredded letter. "What on earth?" he murmured. Clara knew then that her secret was out. The monstrous truth about Evie was more than skin deep. It was something dark and ancient that had been clawing its way to freedom. Clara fell to her knees, tears streaming down her face. There was no hiding the truth anymore. As she sobbed, the house seemed to close in around them, the storm raging outside as if to signal the unleashing of a long-buried curse. The dark secret that had bound Clara and Evie together was out, and there was no turning back.